4 licks. Some quite smooth, using triplet patterns and using legato over pentatonic and natural minor. Scales are all on my website. Link details and things like that are just there, so look at those and go to my website to download the PDFs, which are free as well. So we've got the first one, which I'll play for you now, is using a sort of sextuplet type pattern, and then you've got a nice smooth bend with a vibrato at the end. So I'll play it along with the track and then break them down for you. But here we go, lick 1 coming up. That was the lick along with a track, which you can find the link for in the description as well. But remember to go on my website. Details should be on screen. If not, they're in the description down there of the website, where you can get the free PDF for this lesson. They're only ideas, so do what you want with them and play about with it to suit yourself. So breaking this one down then, you're starting off with a dotted quarter note rest. So that's 1.5 beats before you actually start playing. So you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and that's when it comes in. But the lick itself, you've got 11 hammered onto 14 on the 3rd string, and then you've got a 12 on the 2nd string, which you're going to pick, 15 which you're going to pick, and then pull off to the 12 again on the 2nd string. So you should have that. To the 14 on the 3rd. Then you've got the similar pattern running through that 3rd pentatonic shape in B minor, but on different strings, so the actual frets are going to change. So you've got 12 hammer onto 15, 2nd string. Then it's 12, pick the 12, pick the 14 on the 1st string, so that's 12, 14 on the 1st string, pull off to the 12 again. And then you've got 15 2nd string, pull off to the 12 on the 2nd string obviously, and then 14 3rd, 12 2nd. So you get that should be that little section there. To finish this lick off, we've got 15th fret 2nd string full tone bend with vibrato. So if you are unsure on how to use your vibrato, I have a lesson on that as well, so that will be in the description below, so follow the links for that one, and also on bending, so the best technique to get your bends correct. So anyway, without plugging those videos too much, we've got 15th fret 2nd string full tone bend with that vibrato. Okay, so once you've done that, you're bringing it back down again, same string, same fret, full tone bend. This time you're going to bend it up and then let it down. So first one was, the second one is, with vibrato on the end of that 15th fret, and then 12 on the 1st string, just a short sharp stab like that. So that bar, the 2 bars basically sounds like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so to stop string dead, just use your picking hand. Once you've picked it, you just rest on it and stop it ringing. That way you stop all the other strings ringing as well. So that was lick 1. Right. So this is using shape 4. Okay, so with this one, there's a number of different ways you can play it, but as I played it just then, I've got a lot of sort of staccato notes and rests, if you like. So we've got, if I play the first bit with the first bar, you've got, sorry, do that again. The first bar goes like this. Okay, so the first bend, you're bending the bend up on the 17th fret of the first string, and then you're going to stop the note ringing right at the top of that bend. So you try and reach the pinnacle, climax, whatever you call it, of the bend, and you stop the note from ringing. Okay, I'm on the neck pickup, by the way, with this, but if you want to go bridge, up to you. Still sounds great. But anyway, here we go. It's the 17th fret, full tone bend, and you're going to bend that first string all the way to the top of that full tone, and then you stop it short. Back down to the 17th fret first string, and then you got that, which is 17, 14 first, and then 17 on the second string. And that 17th fret is sort of cut short again, so you get your right hand, this one, hello, stopping those strings from ringing, so like that. Okay, then the second part of that bar, we've got the 17th fret again, first string, full tone bend with vibrato this time. And again, if you're unsure of your vibrato and pentatonics and how to bend, there are links below to those lessons. 17th fret, so you're going to bend that full tone with vibrato. Bring it back down without letting it down, so you're not going to hear the note come back down from the bend. And then you've got 17, 14 on the first string, and then 17 on the second string, same as the first part of the lick, and stop it dead. Okay, next part of the lick, we've got a similar sort of thing. So we're using 17th fret full tone bend. Okay, and you're going to stop it dead again. And that's the next part, which was, so starting 17th fret full tone bend, stop it at the top, and then you've got 17 second string, 15 second string, 16 third string, back to the 15 on this second string. So, and then this next part, so we've got that going on. So we're going to try and do a bend whilst holding another note once we've done the bend. So we end up with 17th fret second string. Going to bend that full tone, and then as that's ringing, you bring your little finger across onto the 17th fret of the first string. So you get, sounds a bit weird like that, but when it's in context of the lick itself, it sounds great. So you've got the 17th fret, full tone bend, second string, 17th fret on the first string, back to the 17 on the second string, whilst the other two, the first string is ringing still. And then you're going to hit the 17th foot, which should be at the full tone bend from the previous bend, and you're going to hit the 17, let it down like that. So you end up with, see what I did? Straight to the 15 second string, and then 16 on the third. Okay, so that whole lick slow goes like this. Sorry, goes like this. A bit slower. 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, so that is lick number 2. On to lick 3. Now, breaking it down for you then, we've got, with this one, we're using part of a natural minor, well, one note of the natural minor scale, so B natural minor, and that note is C sharp. Now, we've got more of a sort of fleshy tone with this, so I played it over a quieter part of the track. But it's down to you whichever part you play this along to, so it's personal preference. And also I've whacked, instead of having the volume full, I've brought the volume down a bit, so I'm about 3. So it actually takes some of the gain off of it and makes it more mellow just for this part of the track. So just a little trick you can use if you didn't already know that. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm using my fingers to give it more of a fleshy tone. So again, more of a mellow tone. If you're unsure of that, then, or unsure of any of your pentatonics and bending and vibrato, then check out those links below for the other videos. I will have a lesson up about hammer-ons soon. But for now, here we go, breakdown. So we've got 10th fret, full tone bend on that 2nd string. And I'm using my middle finger to start the lick off, to give it more of a mellow sort of tone. Then we've got a triplet pattern, so for the next 3 beats, we've got 7 and 9 on the 1st string, 10 on the 2nd, 7 and 7 on the 1st and 2nd string, using the same finger to roll across both. So, and then once you're on that 2nd string with the 7th fret, you're going straight to the 10th fret, 2nd string, to 9th fret 3rd, 7 on the 2nd, 7 on the 3rd, rolling that finger across, and then 9 on the 4th. So that little section should be, so 1, 2, 3. Now that little bit is really nice to practice. Just try and keep the picking light and keep your finger work light as well, and it will give it more of that sort of mellow Mark Knopfler-y type tone. Anyway, that's that part. So the next bit is very hammer on and pull off, which is this part. So for this, I'm using my hybrid picking again. So I'm using fingers 2 and finger 3 on my right hand to pick 2 strings at the same time. So I'm kind of hooking it. You can strike with your plectrum, entirely up to you. But what you do with this one, we've got 7 and 7, 2nd string, 3rd string, with your 1st finger covering both, and you're going to hammer on from the 7 to the 9 on the 3rd string whilst that 2nd string is ringing. So it should give you that sort of sound, and then you go to the 9th fret on the 4th string. So the next one is the same thing, just on the next 2 strings above, so string 3 and string 4, same idea, or pick it or hybrid pick. Then you've got the same thing, but this time instead of going to the 9th fret after you've done the hammer on pull off, you've got the 10th fret to sort of match that pentatonic shape in B minor. So you've got 7 and 7 on string 4 and 5, hammer on 9, string 5, and pull off back to the 7 on string 5. And then the 10th fret on the thick string. So immediately after you've done the 10th fret thick string, you've got 7 on the same string, then it's 9th on the 4th, 7 on the 3rd with vibrato, and then 2 hammer-ons on the beat to the 9th fret from the 7 on that 3rd string. So you should have that with vibrato at the end, and then rest for the last beat. So the lick slow, you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that's it, that's lick 3. We'll go on to lick 4 now, and this one is a little bit different. There's some sort of legato in this one. So here we go, lick 4 coming up. Lick 4, here we go. Okay, so now that one is different again. So we've got octaves in this. So we're starting off using the natural minor, and we're going from various different shapes with this one. If you are, once again, here we go, plug in the rest of the bits and bobs. If you're unsure of your natural minors and things like that, then please do go on my website, which is guitarjammingtracks.com, and download the PDFs. They're all free, so jump on it and have fun. So we're starting off with a nice octave pattern. Let me get that in shot. So with an octave, you're basically playing the same note. If you're unsure about this, if you are, I'm sorry that you already heard all this before, but just in case. So we've got 2, which is a B note. We're going to go the octave up and play a B, basically 2 strings higher and 2 frets higher. Now, the problem with these is you can end up with, sounds quite nice like that actually, you can end up with unwanted notes ringing out. So if I play it there, you really don't want that sort of sound. So what you've got to do is mute the strings around the actual notes you're playing. So the way I'm doing that is, underneath this finger is the D string. Now I don't want to hear that string, so basically that finger is resting slightly against the D string. So try and find ways to do this and really work at it to make it sound good, because you want to be able to hit those strings sort of hard enough and smooth enough to make it sound cool. And same with the string above. I'm actually using the same finger to rest against that string above, so if I do accidentally hit that, you don't really hear it underneath all that distortion anyway. And the strings below this finger, which is fretting the 4th fret on the 3rd string, they're muted as well. So this little finger is muting the 2nd string, and my 1st finger, which is also muting the 6th string, the 4th string, is actually muting the 1st string as well. So the only 2 strings, even if I strike all the strings that you're going to hear, are the 5th string and that 4th string. So a little bit long-winded about this lick, but it's quite good to get the technique behind it and sort of learn that as you go. So the notes, well, we end up with fret 2 and 4, taking the same octave shape up to fret 5 and 7, down to fret 4 and 6, up to fret 7 and 9, and then down to fret 5 and 7. So that little section goes. So keep your fingers locked in that position as you move up and down those frets. Easier said than done, but that's what practice is for. So the next little part of this, we've got standard sort of pentatonic area of B minor. We're going to hammer on from 7 to 9 of the 5th string. Then we're using the same finger that you got the 9th fret on, so in my case the 3rd finger. We're going to roll that across to the 4th string, 9th fret, back to the 5th string, 9th fret. So, okay. And then once you've done that, you've got 7 on the 3rd string, sliding down to 6, to 7 on the 4th, 5 on the 4th, slide to 4, 5 on the 5th, 4 on the 5th, slide to 2, and then slide all the way up to the 7th fret on that 5th string. So that little section you've got. Take note of what fingers I'm using, I'll play it again for you. Okay, then we end up with on that 7th fret for that 4th beat of the 3rd bar in this lick. So the 7 slides down to fret 5 on the same string, so the 5th string, with vibrato added in, and then you've got this sort of legato style lick coming into it. So we've got 4, 5 and 7, which is a run up the natural minor scale basically. So 4, 5, 7 on the 5th string, and then you're going to pick the 4 on the next string, which is the 4th string, sorry, and you've got 4, 5, 7 again, and then finish with a 4th fret on the 3rd string. So that little section goes. If you're not sure of legato style, it's always a good option, or good idea, sorry, to just practice. You can see what my plectrum's doing. I'm only striking the first of every 3 notes. And then try and practice that slowly as you go, and then eventually get quicker. So that was it. I'll play the lick for you slowly so you can hear it, and it goes something like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we are, 4 licks done for the B minor Smooth Blues. If you're interested in your social media, it's all showing just there, so come along and say hi and like my pages and give me some suggestions if you want to. But for now, that is it. I shall see you all soon, and check out my Lick Fridays. They are here every single Friday. More licks, more learning. Keep your lick vocabulary topped up. Laters taters, enjoy whatever you're doing. Bye.